Okay, so thank you. Thank you for being here. So let's just kind of walk in place, but as you bring your feet down, go toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. So you're moving all these little bones in the feet as well. Your knees, your hips. And then slowly bringing the arms overhead, down. And again, overhead, and then standing still and just reaching up toward the ceiling, stretching the arms, even while you let your shoulders still relax away from your ears. And then stretching one hand and then the other up toward the ceiling while lifting the opposite heel. Just feeling that stretch all the way down the side of the body. Bringing your arms down to about shoulder height, fingertips toward the ceiling. And now stretching out to the side, trying to touch the wall on either side of you. Feeling that stretch sort of in the bottom of the arms. And then again, letting the arms and the knees, sort of arms come in front and above. Bending your knees with this. Just moving the whole body. During the tapping class, I was imagining at one point that all of my joints were getting lubricated so I wouldn't be as tight going into this. Now turning your shoulders, back shoulder rolls, one shoulder and then the other. And again, letting your knees be soft. Letting the whole body sort of be involved. Now going in the other way, forward shoulder rolls. And then bringing the hands in front and then back, in front and then back. And with the different alternating the hands that are going on top. Bending the elbows. And then just pulsing the hands back, palms toward the ceiling. And then coming to stillness, moving the head side to side. And then coming to neutral, and then up and down. Just a couple of times coming to neutral, side to side, looking toward one shoulder and then the other. And then little circles with the head. And little tiny circles are fine. So we're not trying to go as far as possible. And the small circles, really, you can start to isolate these little joints in the neck. Imagining them sort of gliding instead of clunking. All right. And now leaning side to side, letting the hips move side to side. Just feeling this in the back, the low back, the sacroiliac joint, where the low back and the back of the pelvis are connected. And now coming to stillness, knees soft, and circling the torso. So not circling the hips as much as the head and shoulders and neck, and the other way. So it's loosening up, helping to loosen up a lot of the same joints as we would circling the hips, just a different approach. It feels different. Now coming to stillness and now circling the hips. And you can sort of notice here, I feel this a lot more, the movement of my legs. So I'm much more aware of my feet and knees and the hips, like where my leg bones connect to my hip bones, as opposed to where my backbone connects to my pelvis bone. I'll go the other direction with the hips. Now, and the more that we can feel these different parts of the body, the easier it is to get information from the deep wisdom that our body has. Okay, and now letting the hips come to stillness, lifting one heel and circling the feet or that foot, kind of pressing down a little bit into the toes. You can really feel that movement sort of in the joints in the toes, and then that joint between the long bones and the toe bones. Okay, other foot, lifting the heel, letting the knees be soft. In one direction and then the other. Okay, and now just bringing one foot behind you, reaching behind, just to bring the opposite hand in the general direction. And just feeling this little bit of balancing. And again, this using the upper and lower body together. Letting the feet come to stillness, swinging. Coming to stillness, pulling your belly in, pulling the belly button in. And just holding it in. Letting your shoulders come up and back. Letting the neck be long. Tucking your chin in just a little bit. Letting the shoulders be relaxed. Letting the face be relaxed. Okay, we are ready.
Good little warm up. Can you hear me okay? Let me see.
Yep.
Give me a second. Oh, I can be cranked up a little bit more. Okay, more better. All righty. All right. Arms up overhead. We're going to raise our knee and drag our straight arms down as if you're dragging it in water. Just kind of drive that knee up, feeling the lower abdomen. And then bringing the arms down, getting the upper back. Sink into it, little bent knee here, bent hips. Drive the big toe into the ground. Feel that one stance leg, hold your whole body up. It's amazing. Getting better at balance the more we do it. 3, 2, last one. Boom. Okay, we're gonna go side to side. Give yourself enough room, and it will be a cross arm. So step out, cross, middle, cross. You'll find your groove. Keep your eyes to the front, hands out to a T. And again, sink into it with the knee and the hip by keeping the upper body straight up over your hips. Open up the chest and the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you come back. We'll go 5 more seconds. 2, last one. Relax. Heart rate should be going up, right? You feel a difference in your breathing. If you were talking, it might be difficult to say a whole sentence without having to breathe, right? Or a couple sentences. So, helicopter. We're going to kick to the front and rotate our upper body to the opposite side. Match your breath with your moves. Big breath in the middle, blow out to the side. Go at your own pace. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax. Get ready for our lunge complex with our arm raises. So feet are together, kind of standing in the center of what would be a clock in your mind. Step to the front, one leg back to the center, same leg out to the side, and then flip the palms to the back and sink your back leg behind you. This will get better with practice. So we'll do a few rounds each leg. Eyes to the front. I need to look at the floor. Posture, breathing, awareness of your range of motions. One more time each leg. Good. You probably nailed this one, right? We'll do hinge and swim next. So as everybody finishes up, I'll turn to the side. See how all my joints are lined up into good posture. The only thing that's going to go back is my hips. My back stays straight. My arms go to the front and to the sides. Then I push the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, pull in your abs, and then sit up for the second one. Not meant to do fast, especially if people are on like heart medications or any kind of things that might make them dizzy. Just kind of ease into it. Weight on your heels, lift the toes up a little bit to engage the posterior muscles. Let's do one more time together. Good. Last one's going to be in the chair. We'll sit to stand, punch, punch, back to center. Then we'll go to planks, then bands. Feet are nice and wide. Shoulders are over hips, edge of the chair. Hands are at home. Lean forward, press through. Boom, 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 boom. Back down, nice and slow and controlled. Lean forward, powered up. Good. You know the deal. Keep that belly button up and back, especially as you rotate side to side, okay? Let's go 5 more seconds. That'll give us another sit to stand, punch, punch. And then we'll stay standing, okay? Nice. All right, we're going to take it down a notch. Picture perfect planks, right? PPP. All right. Rolling on your toes. Everything's lined up again. Remember? Let's do our cross mountain climbers. Opposite kneecap to wrist. Try to keep the shoulders over your wrists as much as possible. Lock in the shoulders. Drive the knee up and over. And keep going for about another 5 seconds. Power it up. 2, 1, stay up, please. We're going to go into our T-raise. Shoulders and hips rotate up at the same rate. Watch the hand go down. Safely switch hands. Fingertips to the sky. Give it a little extra reach. Get the meat off the bones of your ribs. Slow and controlled. You're activating your core here. Breathe. Belly button up and back. We'll finish this one. Hands down and walk it in. Good. Shake it out. You should feel notice a difference in the backs of the upper arms, our triceps, a little bit here within our shoulders and chest connections there. So just shake it out. We'll go to lower body next. We'll do a donkey kick fire hydrant. So hover one bent leg off the ground. Kick it out to the side, then up and back. Stay on that same leg, and I'll let you know when to switch. Keep those hips square to the ground. Belly button in and back. Glutes tight. One more time each direction. Shake it out and switch legs. Eyes down to the floor. Keep your neck neutral. 5 more seconds. I'm going to go one more time, out and back. And then walk it in. So you should feel that in the sides here. The littler muscles of our glutes that help us a lot with balance. All right, let's do our row bicep curl. We'll do about 15, 20 seconds of that. Switch. So we're switching arms in between. Let's go 10 more seconds. Okay, really feel that squeeze, that contraction. Last one for me. And I'll let you finish it up. And we're going to stay right here. Last one. We're going to go across the midline and then out, flare out to the side. If you bring your toes towards your kneecaps, you're going to feel it a little bit more in your calves, which is great. But again, the key to it is to not let your hips wander side to side. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Shake it out a little bit. Probably using muscles you haven't in a couple days or a few days. However often you practice, this should be a pretty good solid part of your routine. Some kind of plank along after your warm up like we do. Doesn't have to be the exact ones we do, but following the same concept. Last one, just to keep everything in motion. Good job. Yep. All right, good on time. Let's grab our bands. Edge of the chair. You know the drill. We'll do our leg press out. Go into our row. And we'll sit to stand, and then we'll do our shoulders. Probably in December, sometime in December, I'm going to rotate some movements out and switch up our routine to make it a little more fresh, because we're probably getting used to these. So that's a normal thing to do when training, you know, just kind of to confuse the muscle groups and challenge them in different ways. So when you formulate your own routine at home, mix up whatever you want. I just want to fill your toolbox with all sorts of different things that you know how to do independently, right? So I'm switching legs. We get a fly in here. Easy. Press it out, bring it back nice and slow. Core is tight, eyes up, shoulder blades back. One more time. Then foot down. We'll do palms up, palms down rows. Great. Bring it back against the rib cage. Let it down slowly. Flip the palms, then flare it out wide. See if you can notice the difference in the muscle groups being activated here. Specifically in your biceps. And how it's different in your upper back and shoulders. The different variations. All right, one more time each direction. Then we're going to sit to stand. Let it down slow. I'm going to square up here a little bit here. Shake it out a little bit. Our arms are going to be in our L shape. Keeping the band tight. So we're going to start like this and stay like this. Don't let your arms down. Lean forward, press up. See how many you can bust out in 20 seconds. This is your own personal challenge. We don't judge each other here. We aren't in competition. We're all here to support. And 5 more seconds and we'll stay standing, okay? 3, 2, 1. Good. Chairs to the side. We'll do our L-shaped shoulder raises, right? So I want a nice wide base of support in your stance. Little bend in the knee, locking up the hips and the core. Come straight up, then out to the side. You don't want to muscle this. You want to be able to do lots of reps smoothly. You don't want to be like, don't get the whole butt, just nice and smooth. You can have a little bend in your elbow. See how I kind of got it into a C? That alleviates a little shoulder pain. And if it hurts, please don't do it. Find something else. 2, last one. And down, switch arms. Nice and wide. Core's tight. I like having my thumb down too. Terry might have another little tip that helps her. Or you might have one of your own that you can share with us. That's great. 5 more seconds. I'm going to finish up to the front. Let it down slowly. Shake it out. Get some water. Yay! Yay, Dharma, did you get the fly? You're so brave. All right. As usual, strength. I usually get a heavy and a light set of weights. Whatever you have with you works. Followed by a cardio. So we're going to jack that heart rate up. Try to bring it down and just kind of flow like that. Side lunge, bicep curl, and calf raise. So give yourself enough room to go side to side. Ooh. Feet are together, palms are facing out towards me. Okay? I'm going to step to the side, pop myself back up to the center, raise a knee, and do a bicep curl. Step to the other side, back to the middle, other knee, bicep curl. You'll find your groove. We'll go for about 30 seconds. You guys have been doing awesome. Keep it going, 10 more seconds. Remember, we have cardio after this. Last side, 5 seconds. Boom, weights down. Let's go into fast quarter squat with kicks. So kind of like as if there was going to be a chair behind me. I'm going to squat down into it, pick it up. Keep my eyes to the front. So you should be looking at me or something pretty on the wall. And we'll go for about another 20 seconds. Keep your core tight, shoulder blades back, chest out. We'll just sink into it, nice and easy. This is to get yourself out of breath. So push it. 5, 3, last one. Nice. All right, recover a little bit in through the nose, out through the brow. And we're going to go back to heavy weights. We'll do a hinge and our 2-way row, just like we did with the bands. So let me show first. Feet are shoulder width apart. Let me go this way. Hips go back. Elbows go back. Down, flip, palms up, down, stand up tall. Down, palms down, elbows back, flip, elbows back, powered up. So again, find your groove. We'll go for about another 20 seconds. Lots of core being used in this. You need to go lighter, go lighter. I'm going to go one more time. Up. And then I'll wait for y'all, because now we have cardio. So give me a little thumbs up. Cool, cool, cool. Weights down. Yep, palms together. We're gonna diagonal modified jacks. So feet are together, palms are together. Remember, we're gonna make an X with our arms. So step out to the side, down and out, up and out. Boom, boom. See how many you can knock out next 20 seconds. Get those hips involved, knees bent. We burn a ton more calories that way using those big muscles of our lower body. Eyes to the front. Woo, 5 more seconds. Knock it out. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Let's have a seat. So that'll get our heart rate down a little bit. I'm only going to use one weight because these are on the heavier side. Feel free to use 2. The movement's just going to be pushing out to the front. So whether you do it with 1 or 2, it's going to look like that. I'm going to lean back just a little bit to engage my lower abs a little bit. When I push out, I'm going to kick out and alternate legs. Boom. Back in. Bring it back slow and controlled. Breathe. And we'll go for about another 20 seconds. Nice and easy. Right back to the chest. Keep that pencil in the armpit until you release to the front. 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. 2. Last one. Nice. Everybody up. Cardio. So we're gonna keep the chest involved by doing our flies, but we're also gonna do knee raises. So start up like a cactus. Knee raise, forearms together. Flare your elbows back out. Then sink into it. Bust it out another 20 seconds. Boom. Coordination, balance. 10 more seconds. 5, 3, last one. Woo. Good. Feel that burn right there, huh? Give yourself about 10-15 seconds to recover. However you got to do that, however that works out for you. We'll add stretches to the second round. We're going to need the chair to sit on for the next one as well. And I'm going to use one weight again. But you guys know this one as the upright row and know it that you can use 2 to go like this. That's all we're going to do. I'm just going to do it with 1. Catch your breath. Wrap your head around it. Picture it in your mind. Let your straight arms dangle in front of you. Feet are wide. 10 and 2. Lean forward. Press up. Zip that jacket. Elbows no higher than your collarbone. Guide yourself down. Good. Core is tight. You have a weight in front of you or multiple weights. That means if your stomach, your core is pressured to drag forward, that'll compromise your spine, right? Unless it's nice and tight. 10 more seconds. 5, 3, last one. Stay up. I'm going to grab some lighter weights for this one. Little 5-pounders. We're going to step back and do a tricep extension. Okay, so check me out first. We'll start out with fists together or weights together. Feet are close. Step back, flare it out. Notice my shoulders stay over my hips and my eyes are to the front. You don't have to do the knee bend. If this is better for you, a nice healthy step back, slow and controlled, that's cool. Whatever works for you. We'll go for about 10 more seconds. 5, 3, last one. Oh, get up there. Nice, shake it out. Good. This one feels like more of an upper body one when usually we go for more, I don't know, at the end of the other ones, I usually fear it's more legs. I'd like some feedback on how you felt about that comment. All right, last pair of exercises, rainbows followed by bicycles. Boo, but they work, right? So let's modify them to your level right now. Feet are usually feet and knees are together and we go up and over. Totally acceptable to modify one other. Same muscle groups are being used, okay? It's something maybe to progress to. It could be a challenge or a goal for yourself down the line, but what we want is for you to stay safe and get a good workout in where it doesn't give you pain or discomfort. 10 more seconds, nice and smooth. Go to your happy place in your mind. 5, 3, last one. Ooh, I gotta give myself a second to stretch my lower back. That one always does it. But give yourself that time. It's okay. Give yourself some time. I'm gonna lean back and do some bicycles. So another modification here. Leg out, extend, other leg, extend. Bring it back, okay? So it's doable for everybody. And if you need to break, shake it out. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Woo! Nice. Dharma's clapping her paws. Okay, grab some water. Think about how that first round went for you, what you might do differently for yourself. Think of any questions you might need for me or Terry later. I'm going to add some gentle stretches in between the more challenging ones. We'll start off going side to side, knee raise, bicep curl. Okay, so now that you've seen it and done it, your body knows what the heck this chick is talking about. My feet are together, my palms are facing you. I'll wait for y'all to set up. All right, breath has been caught. Pictures in my mind. Step out. Bring it back to center. Knee raise, bicep curl. Out. Center, other knee, bicep curl. Not meant to do fast, you know. This isn't the cardio part. So just think about every component. Knock them out accordingly. You know, your heart rate's gonna raise. You're using the big muscles of your body. Lots of things are going on. Let's go. 5 more seconds. Boom. I'm gonna get one more side. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Boom. All right, weights down. We'll go into our little quarter squat with kick. And this is your cardio, okay? So a little dip in the hip. Boom. So hands can be out to the side if that helps with your balance. I kind of like to keep them, I don't know, somewhere in the center. Makes me feel centered. Whatever works for you. See if you're doing better this round. You know, if you're feeling more confident with your steps, your stances. Okay, going on 5 more seconds. 3. Last ones. One more. Boom. Let's get our yoga flow plank action going. Okay, so use this opportunity to take it down a notch. Okay. If something else works for you to cool down and stretch, go for it. You might have learned something in another class or on your own. Hopefully not all from YouTube, nothing against YouTube, but you want to just be careful who you follow these days, you know. Get those breaths in. Walk it in when you're ready. And we're going to do our hinge with two-way row. We'll go for 30 seconds. We've been doing that the last few weeks, whether you knew it or not. Okay, so our perfect hinge, right, is just sticking our butt back. It doesn't mean folding yourself in half, okay? So you can just go right here like that, row, flip, row, stand up strong, down, row, flip, stand up strong. Good. Keep that groove going. Keep the weight on your heels. That's about halfway. So I'll say 10 more seconds. It'll probably be one more time. Row, row up. And I'll wait for you. We'll go into our cardio, which is our X-Jacks. Palms are together, feet together. Then arms go diagonal. Try to bust out as many as you can here, 30 seconds. Do what you can, pace yourself. We're about halfway down the second circuit. 10 seconds to go. Keep it strong. Keep it going. We'll get a little break. 5, 3, last ones. All right. Let's just open it up, whether it's a piece of furniture, a wall, a doorway, your chair. But we want to get that chest and shoulders targeted here on this one. I like the split stance against the wall because it also gets part of my hips and my calves. It's just a nice find, a nice thing to incorporate because it does everything. There we go. Okay, to be getting back to equilibrium here, right? Seated chest press. So we'll be on the chairs for the next 3 pairs of exercises, up and back. We'll do our sit to stand with upright row. That's the jacket. So if it helped you to use 2, or if it hurt you to use 2, we'll go drop it down to 1 until we start building our strength back up wherever you're at today. Lean forward, stand up, bring it right up the center. Stand up first before you start bringing the hands up. Twenty more seconds. Keep the eyes up on me. Sorry. 5 more seconds. 3. Last one. Then we're going to stay up. Boom. I'm going to grab my lighter weights. This is where we step back and do our tricep extension. Remember that one? So again, if it was a little too much with using weights for yourself, drop it down to body weight and do more repetitions. You know, same concept. Boom. Back to center. Eyes to the front, shoulders over hips. A nice step back counts very nicely. You don't have to do the knee bend. 10 seconds. 5, 3, last one for me. Woo. Finish up with our core, rainbows and bicycles. I only do 20 seconds of these. I'm like 30 seconds for everything else. Except for, you can do 30 if you want. Yay, you. Okay, I'm leaning back. Nice and steady, up and over. You can do one leg at a time, as we have modified before. Take your breaks, breathe. Coming up on halfway. as for 20 seconds. Because that's all Jesse wants to do today. 5, 3, last one. Stretch it out a little bit. And go into bicycles. Lean back. I try not to hold on because then I feel like I'm straining my shoulders so much because I'm so miserable. Hold on, 5 more seconds. Makes 20. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Listen to Terry.
All right. God, rainbows and bicycles. Just stay seated. I always hear that song, Lollipops and Roses.
I know it. I had grandparents.
All right, so like Jess was saying, a nice thing to do after that is just lean forward. And put your elbows or your forearms on your legs and kind of move from side to side. Just pushing with one hand against the leg a little bit. So this is going to stretch the low back that was tight during the bicycles and rainbows, and letting your head drop, sort of moving the head from side to side. So here we were just stretching and moving the back part of the torso, letting one leg come forward, heel on the floor, and gently pulsing toward the leg. So not trying to fold, just feeling those muscles in the legs stretching. The other side, putting the heel in front of you, pulsing the torso toward that leg. Coming up, bringing one arm in front of you. And just holding onto the arm, holding above or below the elbow, and gently pulling the arm toward you. Moving your wrist, moving your hand, stretching your fingers. And switching arms, bringing the other arm in front. Gently pulling that toward you. And moving your hand, moving your wrist, moving the arm up and down a little bit. And now with the first arm, bringing that in front of you up toward the ceiling, and then bending the elbow, and then pushing back on the elbow or reaching the hand overhead. You can see Jessie has the hand behind her back. So getting a good stretch here in the shoulder, but also in the armpit, right in the triceps, those parts of the arms that we really use so much today. And then the other arm up, bending the elbow, and then stretching that one a little bit. I find that that's my funky shoulder. So I sometimes help, just help with the weight, holding the weight of the arm as I lift it up. And you can put that in front of you at shoulder height. Jessie's doing that. So she's got the elbow in front with the palm of her hand on the elbow, and then pulling that. So 2 ways to really stretch the back of the arm, and then coming to standing. What was that dance? Coming to standing with the arms behind you, sort of pulsing up Maybe bringing the hands together and pulsing the hands up a little bit behind you, and arms in front. And now just bending forward, letting your knees be soft, letting your arms and your head just hang down toward the floor. So we're not trying to touch the floor, just really we're getting a little traction here in the shoulders and the neck, little pulses. So we're not trying to pulse beyond the point where we're comfortable. And then slowly rounding up, hands on your legs for support, rounding the back up, letting the head come up last. And then just pausing, taking a couple of deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then using the chair we've done with this yoga flow. So coming into a plank, then coming back, letting the hips go back, bending the knees, letting the shoulders drop, pressing the hands a little bit into the back of the chair, and bending and straightening the legs, and then straightening one leg and then the other. Sort of dropping into this. And again, you can just feel this stretch on the side of the low back, the torso, rounding the back and feeling that stretch, and coming back into a plank position. And then going through that, letting the hips come forward, letting the gaze go up, and pressing the heels toward the floor. Getting that stretch in the back of the legs. And then again, rounding the back, bending the legs a few times and walking back towards the chair. Slowly coming back into a standing posture. And feeling through the body here. Just noticing how you feel after this workout. Now putting your hands behind your head and pressing your head back into your hands. You can feel the muscles of the neck, the upper back engaging, and now relax. And just seeing if you can really feel that sensation of the muscles relaxing, the blood coming back into them. And then once again, pressing your head back against your hands. So you're not pushing on your head, but your hands are just offering resistance to however strong your neck is. And now relaxing the neck, feeling that blood come back. And coming back to a seated posture. And bending one knee. Pulling the knee up toward the chest. You can do this standing, you can do this lying down, whichever you prefer. Moving the knee sort of past the midline and then to the side. So here we're just stretching some of those deep muscles in the hips. Other knee up, keep your foot flexed. And moving the knee past the midline and then out to the side a few times, putting that foot down, crossing one leg over the other, or putting your foot, your ankle on top of the other leg, if that works for you, for your knees, your hip. And then just leaning toward that. Again, you can do this lying down, you can just cross the legs, or you can just forget it, you know, if your hips and knees say, and no chance, listen to your body. All right, coming up, changing sides. And just leaning forward just until you feel that stretch. We're not going beyond our comfort zone. Moving the leg back and forth a little bit if that works for you. Coming back to stillness. Sitting up, letting the back be long, letting the neck be long, pulling your head back and pushing the face forward, face back. You know, sort of the chin and the face are moving, so it's not just jutting the chin. The whole face. This is such a relaxing stretch for the neck. And just letting the neck come to neutral, the shoulders come to neutral, and your jaw relax, your hands relax. All right. Great workout. Thank you. Thank you all for being here.